Hey, I'm live. I'm going to let a few people trickle in, but welcome to my stream. You would probably be watching this from a YouTube archive, so welcome. Thanks for watching my video. As the title says, I'm going to be building the Tamiya TA03R-S 1996 Porsche 911 GT1 Street RC car kit. That's a whole mouthful. And in the past two streams, I've gone all the way up to step 17 and 18, actually. The first stream I completed the front end. And last night's stream, I completed the back and installed the motor. And just for convenience, I started on steps 17 and 18, which were to put together the front dampers and to fill them with oil. And I capped it off. I finished the next step off stream so that I can move on to the rear. And I put together the piston and the shaft this morning, and I filled it up with the damper oil, and I've already squeezed the bubbles out. It's been resting for quite a while, so these are ready to go. So I'm going to demonstrate steps 18, and then we'll move on and finish both the front and rear dampers. Okay, first I'm going to close these up. I don't want these kind of just, wide open. It might spill something or knock them over, you never know. So what I'm going to be doing is 22 right here. I don't know how the lighting is. I don't have anybody to tell me otherwise right now. So the only thing we need to do, I've already filled it up. I've already let the air bubbles escape, and now I'm just going to put this little green membrane or a gasket, whatever you want to call it, over, and then I'm going to slowly twist the caps on. It's important that it is twisted on correctly, and you should not feel any resistance. It should be really easy to twist this on. If it's giving you resistance, you might have the cap a little bit misaligned, and you probably want to back out and start over. Okay, there we go. And just hand tighten these. You don't need to go any further than that. Okay. So let me go back to the front dampers, and the front ones are the shorter ones. So these are the front and these are the rear. So let me go back to this step right here. Step 19. And we're going to need step V5 and the springs. So let's find those. V5 is going to be that piece right there. And we're going to need 2. And here's the other one. Okay, and now let's grab the springs. There are 4 springs that came with the kit, and I just need to figure out which one is which. So it looks like those 2 are the same. And these two are the same. Okay, and they are exactly the same. Let me see. Let me count the coils and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, huh? I guess they're all the same. Okay. So, all we're going to do is to slip this over, and then I'm going to use my 2 forefingers to pull the spring back. And if you look carefully, there's 2 sides of this. This side has a cup, and this side is flat. And the flat side is going to go towards the spring. And all I'm doing is sliding the shaft into this slot right here, and then releasing the spring. And the tension from the spring will keep the cup holding on to the damper bottom here. And now we've completed 1 damper. Whoa! I dropped a lot of parts. Excuse me. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. I lost 1 spring, but that's okay. I see it. Sorry about that. That was right at the edge of the desk, and I knocked it over. Hey, Sandwich. I had to stream tonight because I had to do the dampers. I can't leave them filled with oil and open for 3-4 days. So I thought I'd just jump on and continue the kit. You ordered a TBLE-O2S. Oh, finally, nice. Just the ESC, or did you buy that combo with the motor? If you're watching on YouTube, I think you can see the chat. Oh, no, you can't see the chat. I need to add the chat. Let me see if I can do it real quick. I don't even know if I can do it. Let's see. Chat box. Is it this one? Let's hope it's this one. Chat box. Okay, cool. It's where the heck is it going to be? That's way too big. Let me just try putting it over here and see what happens. Let's see if this works. Okay. Ah, there we go. Cool. So let me make this a little bit taller. Oh, it's square. Why is it square? Yeah. Okay, well, if it has to be that proportion, I'll just leave it like that. Okay. So chat's going to appear from there. It's a sealed kit removal, so it seems fine. Yep. It's found a fair deal in Gal. I've been bidding on a few, but kept being outbid. The combo ends early tomorrow morning. Aha, it's a sealed kit. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're going to really make the kit complete. And I don't know if you thought about even selling the 1060. I mean, that ESC is worth just as much as the TBLE-O2S. It's kind of just like it's almost like an exchange. Ah, I forgot something. Oh no, I didn't pay attention when I was building this. That's very bad. I'm going to have to rebuild these. I was wondering why these are so long, and it's, well, here we go. Everybody makes mistakes. And so do I. You know what? I'm going to see if I can just... I'm going to fix these off stream. I'm not going to do it right now. So I missed this little spacer right here. This V3. And it is that right there. So I missed this. It's kind of a limiter so that the shaft can't go all the way down. So it would limit it so that it can't do that. And probably the furthest the shaft can go is something like that. So it's going to look a little wonky for a bit, but it's going to go for free. No, don't do that. Keep it for another kit. You might need it. If you're not going to exchange it for cash, you might need it in the future. Maybe you're going to get a great deal on a used car somewhere down the line, and it comes without any electronics. You never know. I would hold on to them or sell it. Okay, so I can't really do these on stream. It's my fault for not looking at that carefully before I started building it. But I'm just going to hold it down like that, and I'll fix it another time off stream. Otherwise, we'll be here for the first 30 minutes just watching me disassemble the dampers and the pistons and everything, including the... no, actually, I can just untwist this. But there'll be, damper oil everywhere. It's not going to be pleasant. So I'm just going to leave it, and I'll fix it off stream. So by the next stream, I will have these fixed, and I'll show you. All right, so it pays to pay attention. Also need to add the... these are basically height adjusters for the dampers. And it's going to be V4 on the front dampers. Let me this one. Oh, come on, it's brushed only. You don't even own another brushed motor. I don't know. I have a lot of ESC motor combos. One to kind of just have them around, and two, whenever if I see a great deal on a car on eBay or what, or OfferUp or whatnot, a lot of times they're going to come with junk electronics, and I don't mind, to be honest with you. I don't mind brushed motors, brushed ESCs. I know you're more of a brushless guy, but I really don't mind. So yeah, and the 1060, I mean, it's a good ESC. It's better than any of the other ones that are out there right now. You can save it for a crawler in the future, or whatnot. Definitely would not just give it away for free, but that's just me. And then for the rear dampers, it's going to be V6 and V7. Oh, how's the lighting, by the way, Sandwich? I moved the lights down a little bit at a different angle. If you can let me know. So I'm going to need 6 and 7, which are these two. Yeah, I give a lot. Okay. Yeah. That's very kind of you. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to slap these on. One here. One there. And then it is these two. I'll just use any two. Lighting's good, thank you. So neither one of us had plans for Friday night, huh? We're not out there sitting at a bar or a nightclub or anything. We're here. I'm home building a RC car kit. Too much RC stuff and not wanting to store it. Well, I'm the opposite. I guess I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I will. Let me just quickly show you. These are just the ones that are used or opened or whatnot. So this came from the Holiday Buggy. That's the 1060. I have a set of dynamite electronics for the ECS Torment that I have in the garage. I have to put it back together. I bought it used, so I kind of started looking for dynamite electronics just to make it complete. And then I have some motors I recovered. Actually, this one's probably new. I took this off of a buggy, probably. Yeah, there's solder there, so this is an old motor. This was a used motor I got. This set came out of the Kyosho Phaser Mark II, the Challenger. And these are bad electronics that I was going to send into Reedy to exchange for new stuff. I've done that several times already. Honestly. Nice, nice. That's nice. Always nice to have a child sleeping next to you. I mean, that's priceless. I have a 1080 here that probably came off of a crawler. Maybe with that motor, I don't know. And then this is a ISDT brush motor, brush DSC. This is actually a pretty decent ESC. It's pretty cool. Oops, sorry. And this is a Reedy brushless, sensorless ESC, and I think this is 3500. 30. Oh no, this is not it. This came off of the Venture. This is just a cheapo J Relic brushless system. And this is the brushless I took off of the HPI, and just some lights and whatnot, and a couple receivers. I have a lot of stuff. I haven't even shown you the servo collection. That's even, yeah. I kind of had a little bit of a buying problem. A little earlier, I was buying stuff I didn't need, but I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed having it. So, yeah, that's why I have a collection of electronics. All right, we're done with the dampers, front and rear. Nice electronics. Used to be mostly cast. Nowadays, yeah. I like that car, the RS4. It was the Creator's Edition, and I put the Mustang Boss body on it. Unfortunately, it just didn't drive that well out of the box, so I sold it. And I'm going to use that money to buy a couple more Tamiya kits. Okay, now we're going to snap these. These are the rear. Let me grab that. Going to snap them onto here and there, and it's going to be the longer. It's going to be this one and that one. So this is the bottom and this is the top. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, well, nice. Motor might be. Hey, it's very possible. Nice. I'm always surprised I can do this. Normally, I just don't have the hand strength. blame it on arthritis or whatever. No, that's my left hand. But these ball studs are never my favorite. All right. Sandwich, please ask me on Monday if I rebuilt the rear dampers, because if I'm not held responsible, I might just let them be, and the car is going to sit extra high for the because it has extra travel. Right, those were the rear dampers. Now we're going to skip to the front and build the steering links. Put this away. So let's see, we need C3, C10, and C11. I don't think these are the C trees over here. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So Friday night. Maybe in the future I'll have a different format for Friday night. Maybe we'll do Ask Me Anything, or have you played that video game where you use your own transmitter? Have you seen that before? It's called VRC, I think. I've never played it. I've known about it for a long time, but I've never played it. Maybe that would be an idea. We can I can hook up my Fly Sky or whichever one. Drunk kit bill. No, I don't drink. I quit drinking a while ago. It's a long story. But yeah, it wasn't, I didn't get sick because of drinking. It was just after I recovered, it was recommended I don't drink anymore. So I'll elaborate another time. Okay, so this extra hole there is going to be on the right side, and let's see, it curves upwards and it's going to look like this. So this is going to be on this side, and this is going to be on this side. Nope, wrong. This way, and this way. And because these two tabs are down here, and they should be facing inwards, so it should be that way. Wow. So this is right, this is left, even says. So let me just double and triple check. It looks correct. So let's see what happens. I'm going to put the ball studs on first. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, RC game. I thought it'd be cool. Maybe, we'd jump on. I know they have different tracks, different cars, 8th scale, 10th scale. Maybe we can jump on and do some 17.5 buggy racing and see how bad I am. I haven't driven in a long time. Yeah, that might be fun. And I'm going to try some different things. I'm going to focus most of my energy on Twitch for the time being. So I am open to suggestions. And I always watch other streams. Not any crafts and streams, but mostly gaming streams. And some people just have the talent to do just chatting. I am not one of those people. I can't just sit here and talk for 2 hours or 6 hours. I am not that interesting. Plus, I don't have any mods, so it could get a little sketchy real quick. All right, so I'm using the cross wrench that came with the kit, and I'm just turning these onto the piece until the base is flush with the plastic. I hope we get some wandering people come in and maybe catch a one or two new viewers. I thought 2 hours of just me and you. I think it'd be we're gonna run out of things to talk about. Are you going to hobby shop this weekend? Sandwich. I think I'm gonna go to Rev and Pegasus tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit of a zigzag. I need paint from Pegasus, and I need to pick up a kit from Rev. The paint is actually for the holiday buggy. I need the TS paints and the XF paints, like yellow or something. I forgot what the colors were. So I need to stop by. So let's put this on. I need to find a good way to adapt Tamiya to ECS. There's no adapters. I'm pretty sure there's Tamiya to EC3. I don't know about EC5. You probably don't want to do that anyway because I don't think Tamiya can handle the is it voltage or amperage that the EC5 can. I think basically you'd be stepping down. Am I right? Or am I wrong about that? What's the rating of EC5? What is it capable of? I forgot if the units were amperage or voltage. Probably are. Not sure how I want to do it. I just don't want to cut the Tamiya plug off the. Oh, of course not. Oh, yeah. Okay, if we're talking about that for sure. And your batteries are only EC5. I guess they are. I think I remember you talking about it in Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a shame. Or maybe you can just have like one dedicated battery for Tamiya. There's plenty of batteries. You don't even have to buy a Tamiya plug. You can buy the adapter, just not EC5. Whatever else. Find something that has an adapter for both EC5 and Tamiya. So if it's a Dean's or it's a XT60, get a battery with that plug and then you can use them for both. Yeah. Why not? I'm sure either Dean's or XT60 would have something compatible, like an adapter compatible for both. I think XT60, at least up until recently, have been the most popular connector. I know Dean's in the early days was the only one in town, so it was quite ubiquitous. But nowadays, if I was looking for a battery, I would either look for XT60 or just a 4mm banana plug. Okay, D5, and let me see if D's over here. Oh, that's the steering link. Let's see. Is this D right here? Yep, there's D. Those are the rod ends. And I need 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. And 4. For a plug, I just dedicate an existing battery solder. Yeah, for sure. I understand. I don't remember how many batteries I have for Tamiya. Not that many. I think most of my batteries are XT60. Actually, I have different. I have one of almost every one. I don't have an EC5, and I don't have an XT90. And I definitely don't have. Oh, is the Spectrum one EC5? Is that what it's called? 7.6, so might as well dedicate. Oh, nice. The ProTech one? You got the ProTech 7.6? I don't remember. You buy so much stuff. I've been on a buying freeze lately. Just to see which direction the economy is going to go before I continue spending. IC5, right. Has that like intelligent chip in there or something. It's what I use, but it's the same plug as EC5. Okay. And the ProTech one. Okay, cool. Horizon makes one? Oh, I didn't know that. I'll look that up. Let's see. And these are kind of fun to make because you don't really need to hold the shaft there. You just have to twist on both ends and kind of just eyeball it and make sure that there's equal lengths of this rod and the rod ends there. You don't want like most of the shaft, the screw here to be in this one, and then this one barely has like 2 or 3 threads in there. You want to kind of, as much as possible, even. Horizon one and ProTech one. Yeah. Like I said, you really have to baby the ProTech one. Probably the Horizon one too, but I know you treat your stuff well. Sometimes I just get lazy and careless, and I ruined 2 ProTech. I almost ruined the Wolfpack too. But I figured out what I did, and I was able to recover it with somebody's help from Discord. I don't remember who it was. Somebody told me about that trick, and I tried it. So, am I making 2 of each, or am I making 1 of each? I think 2 of this one and 1 of this one. Okay. So, there's a second. I organized all the screws, by the way. I poured everything out and I just kind of sorted them. I put all the screws in this one because I just couldn't look at all of those O-rings and washers just piled up here. It was starting to bother me. Yeah, let's make another one. Same as that. Discharge path 3.4, and I always storage charge at 3.8. Yeah. That day when I drained the Wolfpack, I was just careless. I was testing the electronics probably for the holiday buggy, and I just forgot to unplug it and put it away. I just left it plugged in. Use it store inside AC on a hot day. Oh, really? I've never heard that one before. Lipo on a hot day. I never knew that was a problem. I keep all my lipos in one of those lipo bags. I don't know. Some lipos are a little bit hardier than others. Like I was saying last time, I've had these couple electrons that I've had for like 3 years. Never had a problem with them. Never had one go bad. I've had other brands go bad. I've had to throw away. Well, actually, I don't know what I did with them. A red one. I think that red one is dynamite. It's like that clear, translucent case. Battery to replace, but yeah. I need 2 more of those rod ends. And they are, oh, right here. There's one. Oh, it's right those. Put everything back. I have this tray for the parts I'm using, small parts. And the rest of the trees are still in the box. Doesn't like heat. Yeah, that makes sense. They heat themselves discharging and it'll be worse. Puff, high risk of puff, huh? Okay. So, So what are you supposed to use on a hot day? I mean, sometimes you can't do anything about it. Like those 8th scale off-road guys, you know, at Rev. Sometimes they race on a hot day. I wonder what they do. And I know the heat affects the nitro engines as well. Everybody has to adjust their tuning. But I don't know what you would be able to do with lipos. Do you carry around an ice chest or something? I just don't run RC when it's, well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't even go outside when it's very hot. I just like I like sitting in my car. I think that's why my gas mileage for my Grand Cherokee this time is only like 14.4 or something like that. I think it's supposed to be like 18 or 20. But I idle so much and sit in the car, you know, waiting for something or whatnot, and it's just, I think that affects the gas mileage. You know, it only makes sense because it is using fuel, but it's not moving, so it's, if I use 1 gallon, that gallon is 0, and it pulls down the whole average. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so these two, the rod ends are going to face the same direction. This one, they're going to be offset. So let me just give this another extra quarter turn so that this is facing up and this is facing to the side. So, all right. Now, so this, now we need the chassis. All right, so let's see. We're going to need some step screws, and hopefully I didn't use the wrong step screws here. That looks the same. Okay, so first it is going to be, first I'm just going to bolt it down onto the chassis. So it's going to be, which 2 holes? It's going to be these 2. So it's going, oh man, you almost can't see that little washer there. And that washer is important. Otherwise it's going to rub plastic to plastic. So let me make sure I get the right one. I think so. So any fun plans with the kids on the weekend? Or are you waiting for the 4th of July weekend to do stuff? I have to work. I have to go down to Moreno Valley and take pictures of a house that's going on a market. hopefully next week. And next week I'll be doing open house. So I have plans, work plans, 2 weekends in a row. And it's kind of a guessing game if actually next week is 4th of July. I don't know if anybody's gonna go to open house, but I guess we'll see. We'll do it anyway. I don't know how the market is right now over there. Money is so expensive now. There might be some buyers who were pre-approved before the rate hike, and their 30-day, 60-day window is going to close soon, so they might be aggressive in putting the money on something. We shall see. Or it's just going to be a bunch of cash investors lowballing me. So one or the other. We shall see. I have no idea. Honestly, most of the time, I don't care who buys the house. If your money is good, I will take it. Well, I'm not taking it. I'm taking it for the seller. I only get to keep a small percent. Have fun, I'm sure. Cool. That's awesome. All right. Okay. Awesome. I'm kind of surprised the last few step screws they haven't put some grease there. I don't know why. So now I'm going to snap these on. Probably would have been a good idea to snap these on before, but no big deal. So the one with the offset rod ends will go on top here. And this is where I can use a pair of pliers. No need to stress my fingers. And these are just going to be right here. If you were doing this, it would have probably been easier to put the links on first when you have it flat on the desk. But you know, hindsight is 20/20, and that works regardless. Okay, so looks like we're done with step 25 and 26. Now it gets a little interesting. Let's take a look at 27. Okay, so we're going to build this kind of belt drive looking thing, and it said it only had one belt, so what would this be? This is the front of it. This is the front. I guess we'll find out. This is probably it's probably the drive for the front diff. We'll see. All right, we're going to be building this and then bolting on there and also putting on the front end. So let's build that first. There's a lot of small parts there. All right, let's start with that. MB6 is a metal bearing, so it's going to be a bearing. It's going to be that skinny bearing, so I don't have that many bearings left. Let's see what I got. I'm going to guess it's this one right here. Looks like it. And I have two. And I sure hope these four are the same. Looks like it. When there's one a little bit smaller, it kind of drove me crazy. Why would they do that? Okay, I got the bearings. So that's this one and that one. MC4 is a slightly longer screw. Oh, did I get out on the first try? Oh, I guess I got on the first try. So these must be a little bit shorter. Very hard to tell. Oh, okay. So these two are different lengths. Yes, they are. Okay. So we need 5 of those. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, and I think this would be 5. I think. Yep. Okay. So we got one of these, 5 of those. MB4. MB4. Oh, it's a washer. Oosh. I was thinking I don't have any more small bearings. We need 2 washers. When it's a kind of this stacking parts that needs to go on together, I like to gather everything first before I start. Otherwise, you'll be holding these parts awkwardly up in the air. So I have this E3. I have the bearings. Let me find those 2 gears, F3 and... Oh, they're both F3s. I probably cut one out already, accidentally. I think maybe it's that one. I will double check. So F3, this one right here, and cool. And I think those are the same. So these are, oh, there's a half moon kind of rim right here. So they're just going to index to each other and kind of lock on. Let's see if they kind of snap together. I feel like it should. So they're both F3s. I feel like they should snap together. So otherwise, is it just friction? Oh, there we go. Okay. It does kind of come together. Whoops. It does kind of come together flush when you kind of align the half moons together. Okay, so a bearing goes on each side. It's a perfect fit. This collar goes in there, or tube goes in there. And the MC4, which is the long screw, will go this way like that. So I'm going to put that right there. One washer will go here, and then the other washer will go there. So I don't need, oh, are these the same? These look a little bit different. Yikes. I hope I didn't use anything wrong the last. Is it the smaller one or the bigger one? It looks like it's going to be the smaller one. Is it a lot smaller? No, that one's a lot smaller. Okay, well, those look close enough to me. All right, so E3 and E6. Let's find those. I'm guessing it's one of these. Is this E? Yep, here it is. It's this tree right here. Oh, you know what? Let me do something real quick. I'm going to, if I can find my phone. I am going to post on my Instagram that I'm live. So let's do that real quick. Let's do that really quick. If you're watching on stream, I apologize. I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, I apologize. This is quite vain. Okay, here we go. Just say put that on there, and I'm live building this TA03R. Here, you guys can see. R-S kit. Come watch. And then let me find my Twitch URL. Okay. And throw this link onto there and type Twitch as the label and make it big. All right, cool. Let's just add a fancy effect like that. All right, cool, very cool. Share that to my story. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. That was necessary. Okay, so let's continue. We need E3 and E6. E3 is this one. E6 is this one. So I think this is the tensioner, the belt tensioner for the front, because this does pivot. And so you can adjust the tension on the belt. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to hold this way. And this piece is like that. And this screw and the washer will go here through that groove and onto that screw hole right there. Let me just start it. Welcome to my stream. Thanks for joining me. I am building the Tamiya TA03R-S kit. And when I'm done, it should look like that Porsche on the top right of your screen. If you're new to my stream, welcome. Consider following so you don't miss when I come online. And I try to stream 4 to 5 times a week. And I'm just going to be building Tamiya kits for the rest of the year. So I think the next kit after this is going to take me a few more streams to finish. The next kit is going to be, I think I said it's going to be an off-road car. So it might be that DTO2 Titan, or it could be the XV01 Lancia. I haven't decided yet. If I want to build the Titan, I have to go get it tomorrow. That's what I'm picking up from Rev. Okay, so that is that. And this screw from the other side need to match up and go in here. Interesting design. So only this one has a washer, that side does not. So I think these two arrows are trying to say that it still needs to be free enough to be adjusted. So you still need to be able to adjust like this. And I'll leave it this loose until we put the belt on there. All right, so that part is done. And now I'm going to put this assembly onto here and try to screw that in. Again, a lot of these things are a little bit easier to do if I wasn't streaming or making a video. Sometimes I have to hold these pieces together at awkward angles so you guys can see. I think I will manage. I think this one is also important. It will spin freely, but also true. You don't want this to wobble too much. There is a bearing right underneath the screw, so I'm not too worried about it being locked in. I'm just more worried about this thing kind of wiggling. Okay, so we're done with this. I'm going to, and it's going to go right here. Let me see. So that should be pretty easy to put on. I don't think the front gearbox is going to get in the way, so I think I'm going to put that on first. Watch, I'm going to regret it in about 3 minutes here. All right, let's see. So the front end is this way, and it bolts on with 2 screws here and here and here, and these 2 holes right there. So let me swing those aside. These are going to eventually connect with the upright. So how do I get in here? I think the bottom also needs to line up. So let's see, what is in the way? These 2 holes are going to have to line up with those 2 right there. So like that, I think will be fine. Let me see if I can drive that screw through. It is the MA1, just the regular size screw. Let's see if I can get this in there. Ah. Okay. That snap is satisfying. It's completely flush now. Both the top and bottom are kind of lined up. Very cool to build. If you're watching on YouTube and the audio is not terrific, I apologize, but this is the equipment I have right now. I am just starting out streaming, so I'm just using what I have. Hoping if the stream goes well, I will be able to buy better camera gear and a boom mic and possibly even a stream box to help me with effects, sounds, alerts, things like that. I am still trying to learn the basics of streaming. So please pardon my setup. Okay, now let's put that on. But I really enjoy streaming. I really enjoy this kind of live interaction. Might get to narrate the build. Did I build this wrong? I built this wrong. What the heck? Why does it look different? I built it right here. So I turn around. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay. I did not build it wrong. Okay, so one screw with a washer, the last screw left, and the last washer. I hope everybody had a good week. I hope you get to relax this weekend and enjoy time with your family. I will be working during the day and then I'll be home to stream again if I have something to stream. If I don't want to get too ahead and have nothing to do next week, I can always start another kit. But I want to time it so that I have the weekend to do painting. And I'm already behind 2 bodies. That's why I need to go to the hobby shop tomorrow for some more paint. Some colors that I do not currently have. Wow, this is like the most difficult position. Super awkward. If I can just get 1 or 2 turns on that screw before it falls off, that would be great. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'm succeeding. Okay. So looks correct. And let me just continue tightening this. I'm not crazy about this design. There's only 1 screw holding on to this very important piece of the belt drive. It's the front tensioner, and it's only held on by 1 screw. If this snaps off, that's it. Your car is done. Your day's over, and I doubt you'll be able to find these parts very easily. You would have to buy the whole tree, and you would be at the mercy of somebody who bought this kit, opened it, and decided to sell each bag and tree separately rather than building the kit themselves. That's quite a sacrifice. At least to me. I don't know if I could do that. All right, let me get a sip of water. See what's going on. All is good. Let me fasten the these 2 screws just so I have this kind of locked in. It's going to be MA1, so it's going to be the shorty ones again. That's probably those 2. I don't really like these chassis where the front and rear ends are bolted on. I kind of prefer the chassis to be the full length of the car, and the front and rear kind of just sits on top of it, and secured on. It's kind of bolted on. I have a quick message. I will check. Let me see if that is very nice. Nothing that I need to reply. All right, and now same screws and the bumper. I have the bumper right here, I think. 3 screws, these 3 and those 3. Very straightforward. And everything kind of just falls together. I've been streaming for 1 hour already. Time flies. So I think you can see I tagged my stream with ADHD. And that is something, that is a condition I do suffer from. Probably undiagnosed for most of my life. It wasn't until I think it was 2012 until I finally decided to figure out what was going on. And I was quickly diagnosed with ADHD. So it's an interesting condition. I think it's a blessing and a curse sometimes. It's a blessing because if it's something I'm interested in, like this RC car kit right here, I can do this for a very long time. I can sit here and probably build the whole thing. But I'm not going to do it I don't think I can build the whole thing on stream. That would drive me nuts. I think if I were to just build this quietly on my own, I can probably build a whole car in one sitting. Laser focus. Stopping only to drink water. And it also kind of manifests itself by the way I'm not able to kind of finish the kit at the end when I hit a difficult spot. I know I just said that I can finish it on one stream, but there's some things I can't do on stream. Paint. So I would always procrastinate on the painting portion of the kit, and that's why I have 3 unfinished kits behind me. I have the MO5, MO6 Lotus Europa, which should have been done long ago. Sitting behind me, I waited for the painter to paint the body and give it back to me. And then I have but I've got it back quite a while ago. I still haven't finished the kit. I have the TT02 Subaru WRX sitting behind me. I had the mental block that I wanted to mask the headlights and the tail lights for in the future if I wanted to do light buckets. So that took me several days to kind of gather everything and actually mask it. And after I masked it, I realized that the liquid mask kind of got all over the place. And I need to absolutely clean it perfectly. Otherwise, if I paint over even a smidge of that liquid mask, that particular spot is not going to get any paint. And that could ruin the paint job. So again, I mentally couldn't overcome the delay. I couldn't overcome the tasks that I need to do this before I do that, before I'm able to move forward. And whenever I get stuck like that, it's really hard for me to kind of break out of it. So that's how my ADHD kind of manifests itself most of the time. It's usually by procrastination. And it just becomes a obstacle that is almost takes awareness to overcome. What's the word? Being present, being aware of why I'm stuck, and being aware of what I can do about it to unstuck myself. And I have to be super deliberate about overcoming it. And basically, I would have to use my super concentration to overcome it. So that would be the analogy. So let's see what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to thread this through here. Okay, thought. And then kind of go past that wheel. But I also need to get under this wheel. So, is there enough room there? Yeah, should be. Okay, there we go. And pull this top like that. Now, is this supposed to be over or under this? Interesting. I think it's going to be over. Maybe not. Maybe it's under. I think it's going to be under. I think it's going to look like that. Can you see? Yeah, it's going to look like that. So let's just kind of hold it there. What does it say? If belt drive becomes frayed, cut off excess fiber with scissors. When we're over there, replace belt drive. I probably don't need to buy an extra one because I'm probably not going to buy this. I'm not going to drive this too much. Now let's see. There's 2 screws here that I need to put on, and that is to attach the rear. We're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty close to the end here. I think after this is the electronics, and that's pretty much it for the chassis. So let's see. Where's the wheel? The wheel is right here. The motor's right here. And these 2 holes are going to line up with those 2, I believe. Yep. Okay. But first, the belt will need to tension above these 2 bearings and onto that gear right there, the wheel. So let me be careful about doing that. And this piece in front does pivot to adjust tension. So I'm going to give it plenty of slack to slip this belt onto the gear. Is that what we called it? This, I guess it's technically gear, right? It has teeth. Is that a drive wheel, or what would you call it? Let me know what you think. So this one would be above the belt, I think. But let me just slip it all the way on and then worry about it. Yeah, this would be above. It's a pretty steep angle, but it's above. Yeah, well, it is. Okay, so above, and then let me see if I can do this. Okay, all right. Okay, there's the trick. So I kind of flip this over and then bring this down. Then I'll make sure the belt is over the bearing, not under, like that. And this is straight. And now I can fasten these two screws. Let's see, it's probably going to be those MA ones again. Yep. Okay, so there's one. And there's another one. All right. Very cool. Now that I am using Streamlab to stream, I can actually simultaneously stream to Twitch and YouTube. I think that's probably something I will do starting on the next stream, or I'll finish this car and then when I start the new kit, because it's not just the stream, I also have to consider how to promote it. I would have to kind of promote it on YouTube community as well, community tab. So it's going to take a little bit of planning. I don't think I can willy-nilly just start streaming on YouTube on both platforms. I streamed last week, I believe it was last week or the week before, for on YouTube when I built the DT03 Neo Fighter, and that's pretty straightforward. I streamed from the phone and YouTube app. It's pretty straightforward. There aren't that many options, and that's part of the reason why I decided to start streaming on Twitch. I think Twitch has more tools and kind of more features and functions for streamers. Just the stream itself, not any software. So I thought I'd give this a try, and I think, is this the first stream or the second stream? I don't remember. Of me building on Twitch. I think this is the first kit I'm building on Twitch. Or is the, I think it was the holiday bug. Let's see. So I need E5 and E8, and that was E5, and this is E8. So this goes here. These these holes will match up with those, and these two will match up with those two, like that. That's not the best fit, but it is supposed to be like that. And this piece, this side has a little bit of extra, kind of this little ledge right here. And why do I have screws here? Attaching rear bumper. Huh, I guess I'll have to take these off. Why do I have screws here already? Interesting. Oh, you know what? These 4 screws should have been in those 4 holes. No problem. Just take a second to undo them and put them in the right place. Let me see if I can use a driver instead. Electric driver. I gave this thing a full charge last night on stream. Started using it in the beginning of the stream, then I realized it was on the last bar of power. So I just plugged it in, and after the stream, I realized it was done. Almost forgot about it, and now we can use it. By the way, everything that I use on the stream will be in my Amazon storefront, and you can find that on my About Us page, or even a link down below. Just find the All My Links link, and use that to find all my other social media platform accounts, and also the Amazon storefront. If you order through that storefront, I will earn a commission based on the sales. So they're affiliate links. Just full disclosure. And in essence, you'll be supporting the stream. You know, it's not a lot of money. It's maybe like, I don't remember, like 1 or 2%. It's really nothing significant, unless you decide to buy a 70-inch TV or something. Let's see. So these two will be MA1, MA1. Everything's MA1 except these two. These are MB4s. MA1. Oh no, the MB4 is the washer. So they're all the same screws. Every one is the same screw. So there's 3. Wow, we needed 10. So, oh, this goes on first. So let me find 4. Not the same? Yep. I might as well do these 2 while I'm here. Gonna just lock those in. All right. So there we go. All right. Very cool. Okay, looks like we're done. And now do those 2, and those 2 will need a washer. So let's drop those in there. And the same screws again. There must have been 30, 40 of these screws in the kit. Used all over the place. To be honest, I think the mechanics of how this kit comes together is both ineffective and inefficient. What I mean is, compared to something like a TTO2, where it's a full piece chassis from, it's a bathtub chassis. I mean, it's tub chassis, and it goes from front to bottom, and it's the base for both diffs. It's a very rigid chassis and took very few screws to put it together. And if you look at this, you have a kind of center chassis and the front end bolts on with 4 screws and the rear bolts on with, you know, 2 of these and 2, so 4 screws. And it's just mechanically, it feels like it's going to have a lot of flex. Like if this somehow bent, I would feel like this whole thing would just break off. But that's just me. As to where the TO2 went, since it's one-piece chassis, any kind of collision, the force would be spread across the entire chassis, rather than on these kind of weak points. These places where there's screws. Let's see. So 2 more right here. And it should be these 2. This one. And just double check. Yep. And that one. I don't think this is going to fit in there. Nope. I don't even know if this is going to fit in there. Okay. Okay. An interesting development. We're almost done, and I will have to move on to the electronics. I haven't even picked out a servo yet. If you're still with me, Sandwich, I'm going to pull out my servo box very soon. And I'll show you my collection of servos. I've used up most of them already. The ones that are left in there now are like 35 kg servos, which are kind of overkill for this car, or even for a TTO2. We need to save it for like a 35. I don't even know where to put it on. I mean, it's maybe a monster truck or something. Just overkill putting it in a car like this. All right, we're done with step 30, and it really looks nice now. It looks like we have something going here. Let me take a picture of this. It's looking really nice. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. We don't need this right now. And we're going to start working on the electronics. Okay, let me go get my servo box. Box O servos. All servos and miscellaneous stuff. Let's see. How am I going to do this? I think I'm going to have to turn it this way. Maybe even this way. So the flap can open. I hope I don't break this. Anyway, so here, let's make sure everything gets on camera. So the new servos are this one right here. I have not tested this. I just bought this Flash Hobby. I just bought this because it looked like it was you know, all aluminum. It was square body. It looks really nice, and it was like $20, $25. I don't remember. And it's 35 kg high voltage. So I have to find something to put that in. These 2 are empty boxes. These 2 servos went into the last 2 cars. So the Subaru and the Holiday Buggy had these 2. They're 12 kg. Yeah, I think they're 12. And they're red, so they're totally fine. You don't need that much for those two cars. I have some wires that I cut off of previous cars. I have a couple programming card. Oh, I think I sold the car that uses this, but I have so many of these. This belonged to that. I'm gonna leave this out because this belongs to that brushless system that I showed you before. And there's a bunch of these are servo extensions. Here's a neat little servo tester. It's basically a board. They wasted no energy trying to put this in a case. It's just the board, and it works just fine. Testing servos, and it came just like this. This was literally in a Amazon envelope, and that's it. That was the packaging. I have a couple racing 30mm fans. This one is motor mount, meaning that it actually kind of matches the curve of the motor. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I have any cars that are that fast that would need that. This is a brush motor that came with the Tamiya Frog. I think this one is not working. I don't remember. One of the motors is not working. Some servo. God, I have like 1,000 of these bags. I can probably make a sculpture with all those little servo horns. And then once upon a time, they sold these voltage display buzz alarms. I think they were like $4 for like $5, $10 or something like that. So I bought 4. These would serve you well if you're running the sandwich, if you're still there. So this is a voltage display. So if you're running that TBLEO2S with a LiPo, since there is no LiPo voltage cutoff, you can use this to, you can preset it to the voltage that you want the alarm to sound, and that will alert you when the battery drains to that voltage. So it might be something you want to look into. So I have this aluminum fan. I think this came off of the TA03R. It's a ProTech RC fan. I had to remind myself not to I don't have to buy anything in the near future. I should just look in here first and see what I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fans here. So if I ever said I'm going to jump on A-Main and buy a fan, please remind me. I have them all here. That's nothing. So I have this 35 kg servo. This I originally installed into the Ford Escort. Then I came to my senses. Why am I putting such a high torque servo on a tiny car? This I think I got used on eBay. Cirrus, I didn't even know this brand. It's just, it works. I keep these for when I want to sell a car for as inexpensive as possible. And I put used electronics in there. I have this micro servo. This was, I'm pretty sure this was for the Capra. The Capra has I think there was a gear shift. I can't remember. And this was the only servo that worked at the time, so I bought 2. This is another empty box, another low profile servo. Yeah, these were low profile. I think I have like 4 of these, maybe more. This was a very good low profile servo, and I got them a while ago, so they were only like, I don't know, like $12 or something like that. Now they're like 25. This is one that I'll probably use for this kit, actually. This is a, I forgot what brand this is. ROB, I can't tell. But I'm going to use this for this kit right here, right now. So good thing I looked in here. I have these, it's written bad here. Those are bad. This one I cut the wire and I'm not able to put the connector back, even though I have all the tools and the connectors. This Traxxas was also bought used. So if I'm ever selling Traxxas vehicle and I want everything to be original, I can throw this in there. I'm sure this is not a very good servo. And I have a Spectrum. This probably came out of an RTR's once upon a time. I can't remember which one. And this I bought, and I bought a B64 several years back, and it came with this servo. It's quite a good servo. The only problem is I was never able to get the servo horn off. And a lot of kits that I was built, this would probably fit a 10 scale buggy just fine, very easily, but it wouldn't fit on anything else. So I was never able to use this, but it's a great servo. All right, so that's that. I'm glad I found a servo that I can use. I'm gonna put this box back. I like keeping boxes. Maybe you can tell. All right. So there's my servo box. Okay, so right now we're going to test the electronics and make sure they work, and we're also going to center the servo and then install the servo horn. I have to decide which transmitter I'm going to use for this kit. And since the only one I see right now is the FlySky GT3B, I'm going to grab that. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I wasn't expecting to go this far. I was hoping getting to here would take full 2 hours, but it didn't. So I'm going to keep going. Just like yesterday, last night, I kept going with the dampers. So I need to grab that receiver. And I believe it's not here. Let's see. See if I have an extra one. If I don't, I will quickly excuse myself and run down to the garage and grab the MX6. It doesn't look like I have one here. Okay, let me... This is a Spectrum, and that's for the MX6. So please excuse me for a quick minute. Let me see if I can Frankenstein something. Oh, that's all the transmitter I have. So I will be right back. Probably 1 minute, maybe 2. I'm going to go grab that MX6. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I didn't quite know where the MX6 was actually, so I grabbed this Spectrum DX4. That is a Spectrum receiver. It's a aftermarket one. So I'm going to need the bind plug and the receiver. And let's see what we got. Bind is the top one. And let's hope it fits. It should fit this way. So points down. Servo is always channel 1. Steering. There. And then ESC. This car did not come with an ESC. So I will need to find a brushed one. And let's see what would be a good candidate. I think individually I only have 2 to choose from. At least for right now. I have the 1080 and this ISDT. They're both more or less crawler motors. But for the sake of centering the servo, I probably use that. I have a 1060 here that I guess I could use, but I don't know. I kind of like the 1060s. I like to keep those. Not as much as I like the Tamiya ESCs, but especially when they're still new in box. I just don't feel like I want to take them out. Alright, so I'm going to use this for now. And throttle like that. And then I have to remember, well, I need a battery. Then I have to remember how to do this. I don't remember how to bind. So I have a battery right here. And okay, well, it's working. Yep, okay, it's in fine mode. So let's see, how do I get to, okay, Boss 302, I don't have this car anymore, so perfect. I can change the name, Model 13, yeah, okay, bind. Okay, I think as soon as I press this, it'll start blinking. And then I can turn on the ESC. It should be connecting. No? Oh, there we go. Oh, perfect. Yay. Okay. I always forget to do this. And then I always go crazy why it's not working. After you bind it, you have to take out the bind plug. Otherwise, it won't work. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that is ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to just turn everything off for now. And let's talk about the servo horn. Right here. So let's find everything we need. It's going to be the C tree. Looks like it's going to be very straightforward. This one right here. So C2, 5, and then 2, 5, and then I will find that other piece. It's one of these two. Okay. Those two, there's a C4 also. That's going to be this piece right here. It's like a little spacer for the screw. And then either C13 or C14. And the difference between those two are, this one's for Sanwa based servos. The spline has 24 tooth. And this one based on Futaba has 25. And I don't know what this servo has, either 24 or 25, but I just test them like this. I just kind of, before I cut it out, I kind of just try to fit them in there. And this one does fit. It fit just now. So it's going to be this one right here, Futaba one. Yeah, there you go, like that. So just try it before you cut it out. Pretty straightforward. Everything's on one tree. Sometimes the servo saver is on separate trees and it's a different color. It's kind of hard to find. All right, let's see. So we need to make sure the servo is completely centered. So let's turn the car back on. Make sure I have steering still. And let me check out the trim. Okay, I can tell that the trim is a little bit off. The trim was a little bit off. I have it centered now. So now I can put this horn, this piece on with this line right here, 90 degrees to the servo body, to the bottom of the servo body. All right, so let's see if I can get this in there. Okay, so that's pretty much as good as I can get it. Okay, got decent. It's kind of small. Doesn't have a big throw. Let's see, C5. So this little, supposed to be a spring. This gap here will index to that, like so. And then the horn itself, this will index to here. And the spacer will go on. And the before I do that, I am going to put a ball stud here. It's going to be a little bit easier to do this before you screw on the servo horn. And the trick to these are just to start it with your hand. And if that doesn't work, then you can bring in the cross wrench and push it in a little bit harder and start it that way. Okay, and then arguably the hardest part of the whole kit, and I'm not trying to be ironic, is to figure out which screw will fit inside your servo from the top. That's what I mean. So this is going to be secured by a screw from here, and Tamiya gives you, well, there's 4 here, screws to try to fit them on. And the way you can tell The ones that are not regular body screws is they usually have straight sides and they're usually a different diameter. So I think these are the 4 that it came with. Just eyeballing it, I'm going to say it's this one. Just from experience using these low import. Our team gives you promo order for 10 viewers for a whole day. Yay! Yeah, whatever. I love these robots. 10 viewers for the whole day. Why don't they waste their time somewhere else? Alright, there we go. And yeah, I was saying that I built a lot of kits with these import servos, and most times than not, it is that one particular screw. Let's say M3 screw that has pretty fine thread. So there we go. Servo is ready to go in the car. I have the servo horn on. Let me just shut everything off. All right, let's move on. Really moving at a brisk pace today. Okay, I think after this step, I think we'll be done for the evening. So let's see. Let me just unplug this. I don't need that right now. So I need D6. And I just happen to spot it right here. I think this is D3. Yep. That piece right there. And the other piece is right next to me. I don't know if you can hear that sound. It's kind of this like whirling sound. Kind of sounds like a spaceship. It's my neighbor's Tesla. They just got home and they're parking their car, and every night I have to hear that whirling noise. First couple times I heard it, I didn't know what it was. And I've never been so close to a Tesla that I knew what it sounded like. So I was a little surprised. And we need a washer. Is it the smaller washer or the same? No, still the same size washer. Okay. There we go. There's one side. And these are the same on both sides, so we don't have to worry about it. On the TTO2, one side is a little bit different. It's curved. So let's put a washer there and grab a screw. Okay. I don't like using cheap gimmicks to build my social media accounts. Kind of, it's like getting followers, viewers organically, subscribers organically. I did that with Instagram. I did that with YouTube. And I'm going to do that here. I'm not going to use any kind of incentives for people to follow me. I want to put out good content that people are genuinely interested in watching. and then build from there. And one of those gimmicks I always thought, if you know, I'm not throwing shade on anybody who does. I just personally would not do it. Is giveaways. I have a lot of kits. I can be giving these kits away after I'm done with them. But I don't want to have a whole contest or a drawing. I just don't feel like I'm not being sincere in trying to build an audience. You know, if you're only here for a giveaway, then you're not really a fan. Okay, before I screw that on from the bottom, I'm going to connect that link to the servo. There we go. And then now, going to put 2 screws in. And this side is going to be screwed. This side is going to be screwed with a washer. So let's line it up. And I need to put that away. That was one of the servo screws. Okay. Like that. I actually kind of like this design. This I don't know what to call this, a gap instead of a fixed hole. Gives you a little bit leeway on the exact size of your servo, because not every servo is exactly the same size, especially the import ones. Sometimes they're much taller than a Savox or a ProTech or any other name brand servos. By that I mean from the top of the mount to the top of the case. Sometimes they're just like much taller and they just don't work. But it looks like this thing is fine. Let me just double check. Make sure the servo can turn those wheels. If it can't turn it now, it won't be able to turn it later. Okay, let's see. Okay. It's backwards, but it works fine. All right. Not a terribly fast servo, though. May need to swap that out later. Well, I'm going to drive it once or twice and then put the whole car away. So it's not a big deal for me. This is not a basher or a race car. I'm just going to enjoy building it. So we need to put this brace on as well. It's a carbon fiber brace. And it is, I know I've seen it before. Let's see. Let's see if it's in this tray right here. Oh, there it is. Should have looked here first. Okay, doesn't look like there is top or bottom, but this will keep the chassis stiff from flexing too much. That is if I can get this on there. It's not fitting. Okay, there we go. Right, that's pretty tight. Pretty cool. These braces always help. You don't want the body to be twisting when you're driving it. It will affect your handling quite a bit. So let's grab these MA1s again. I can't reach that one. Yikes. Hey, we got quite a bit done today. I mean, when I started the stream, it was just the front and rear. Now we have a complete chassis. Front gearbox and rear gearbox, and that was it. You know, overall, I like the way this kit came together. I'm not crazy about the design. I think it's a little bit, it's kind of awkward. Like this and this feels like it's unnecessary. There's so many screws here. And like I don't like the bolt-on type of chassis, so I've already said that before. Uh-oh. Is it a bottom switch? Please tell me it's not a bottom switch. It is a bottom switch. Uh-oh. I can't use this ESC. That's the thing about Tamiya kits. The on-off switch is supposed to go here, and there is a hole at the bottom. So if I don't use that particular type of ESC, I'm going to have a hole on the bottom of my chassis. Yes, I can tape over it. Yes, I can seal it in other means, but I just feel like it would look better if I had the switch. So I guess next time I will have to open another TBLE O2S and use that for this kit. All right. So, let's see. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes. So, I think I'm going to call it right here. We did quite a bit. We bolted on the front and the rear. Actually, we started with building the steering linkage. Then we bolted on the front and the rear and this center pulley, tensioner pulley. We installed the servo and this top brace. So next time, we are going to start by installing the rest of the electronics, and like I said, I am going to have a different ESC. It's not going to be this one. It's probably going to be the Tamiya one. I just need to decide which one I want to use. Either O2S or O4S. Or I might just take one out of the other cars. I don't know. Unlikely I will drive all the cars together. Okay, and we're going to do some cable management. Then we're going to put the wheels together and glue them. That should be fun. But these are on-road tires, so I have a tool to kind of help me with it. And then we're going to put the wheels on, and then we're done. Yeah, forget the body. We don't need the body. No, just kidding. So I think I should do a short stream tomorrow to glue the tires. And then I will take Sunday off and paint the bodies, all the bodies that I have to paint. So I can finish up on Monday. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Well, it's not going to be easy. Let's put it out. I don't think it's going to be difficult. But I think it'd be interesting if I, put on the bumper, the spoiler and the mirrors. So I'm going to have to do my best to cut the body out and to give it a coat of white, well, several coats of white. I'm going to try to build it just like the box. So the car is going to be white. I really wish this came with a Martini livery. The red and blue livery. I'm sure you've seen it. But it doesn't come with this, just plain old white Porsche, which is fine. And it is pre-grilled, which is also something I don't like. If I can help it, I would rather use stealth mounts so that I can keep the body intact. So I think it'll be interesting if I have the body painted by Monday, and then I'll stream putting on the spoiler, mirrors, and the decals on Monday. And I probably won't finish the decals in one sitting. At least I wasn't able to for the holiday buggy. And that seemed like it was not a lot. Yeah, this is 38, 39 decals. There's no way I can do that all in one stream. So I think that's what's going to happen on Monday, Tuesday. All right, so like I said, if I have the opportunity, I will jump on tomorrow evening and take care of the electronics and the wheels, and then we'll reconvene on Monday for the body. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you, Sandwich, for hanging in there, leaving the stream on, supporting me. Appreciate it. Everybody else watching this on YouTube, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you. Please leave a comment below so I can thank you. I can recognize you personally on the next stream or whatnot. Always appreciate you guys. I am just starting out streaming, and I'll keep at it and refine my craft. All right. So thank you so much, and have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.